Good morning to everyone who's here with us today, and welcome to those who will be watching these sessions later. This session is part of a new internal initiative that we have started at Utilitarian Labs called the Salesforce Delivery Stories Consultant Knowledge Series. This will be a series of talks that we will be conducting over the next couple of weeks. The idea behind this initiative is quite simple. Across our projects, our consultants solve complex real world business problems every day, often under tight timelines, changing requirements, and real business constraints. However, a lot of this learning stays within the small project teams. Through this series, we want to bring those real delivery experience out into the open. Not just the final solution, but also the challenges, the challenges faced, the trade-offs made, and the learnings that come out of each such implementation. Our intent is twofold. Internally, this will help us to learn from each other's work and build stronger delivery practice. Externally, the recordings of these sessions we hope will benefit the wider Salesforce community now by sharing the practical on-ground implementation perspectives. Today's session is being presented by my colleague Priyanka Doraiswamy, who has close to 10 years of Salesforce experience and who was directly involved in delivering this Salesforce implementation. Priyanka will walk us through the client context, the business challenges, the solution approach, and the key learnings from this project. I'll now hand over this to Priyanka to take us through the detail of this particular implementation. Over to you, Priyanka.
Before I move into the solution, let me paint a quick picture of the client where we are working with, because the context here is everything. And this is a pan-India agricultural manufacturing company operating on a B2B distribution-led model. Now, agrochemicals are not just any products. They are highly regulated, which means compliance, approvals, and governance are absolutely mission critical to the business. The scale, pretty massive. They operate across 18 states within India with a massive network of nearly 3,500 distributors and dealers, managed through a multiple layers of sales hierarchy, which is spread across different zones, regions, territories, and you name it. Now, here is where the things are interesting. The organization is deeply field sales driven. Success depends upon on-ground visits, beat planning, continuous dealer engagement, and farmer engagement. But historically, a lot of order tracking, follow-ups, and coordination were happening through WhatsApp messages, phone calls, manual tracking, which is not a scalable, and it is having issues in visualizing the actual operational. There is a lot of operational blind points because of these kinds of non-digital transactions. On top of that, the system had served multiple user groups. First is field sales reps, both permanent and contractual, territory, regional, zonal managers they have, internal operations, finance teams, and even external distributors and dealers who are primary customers to purchase the products from the business. They need to have track on it about the company, and also about their secondary sales, secondary customers, that is farmers. So when you put it together, it is a large distributor field intensive organization that desperately needs clear process visibility, strong governance. Now that we understand the client's business context, let's talk about the key challenges that were facing before Salesforce was introduced. The first major issue was the lack of field visibility. Daily field visits and sales activities were largely tracked manually, which meant managers has very limited real-time visibility onto the on-ground execution. And dealer and order management was highly fragmented. In many cases, orders were not placed through WhatsApp groups. Were placed through WhatsApp groups and phone calls, leading to a data inconsistency, missed follow-ups, and no single point of truth for any of the order placements. And another critical challenge was the weak integration between sales and finance. This directly impacted credit limit checks, overdue validation, and approval workflows, often delaying or blocking the overall process. And reporting was mostly manual and spreadsheet driven. resulting in delayed and sometimes unreliable insights that could not support timely decision making. Yeah, poor auditability for return and approvals. Additionally, sales processes were inconsistent across regions and teams, making it difficult to enforce standard operating procedure at scale. Like every zone was following different sales processes, that was complicating the tracking, and if they have to come up with any policy to implement from the management, that was becoming a pain point because different zones were following different processes. Finally, there was a poor auditability around returns and approvals, which increases the compliance risk in regulated agricultural businesses. Now, all these challenges clearly indicates the need of a centralized, standard, and scalable digital solution platform. Yeah. Next is our solution. Make based on these challenges, the solution architecture had to support multiple user groups with very different needs, which is where the Salesforce licensing strategy comes in. And for internal leadership and management teams of around 160 people, we proposed a Salesforce platform license because they'll be using the Salesforce platform only for approvals, to viewing their dashboards, to carry on the day-to-day activities like whether sales order is placed from them, what is the emergency task they have to do, to-do list for the day, like that. So for that, we suggested a Salesforce platform license. And next is partner community license of 2000 license count was needed. This was used by the core users of the system, that is the field sales teams. For them, approximately 2000 licenses were implemented. These users access the SFA mobile application to manage beat planning, daily visits, order capturing, dealer interactions, activities, whatever activities they are doing in field, that was captured here. This covers both permanent and contractual field staff. The same partner community license framework is also extended for distributors and channel partners who access the DMS web portal for order management and to track their invoices uh, and the future opportunities, their performance dashboard, and all that in DMS web portal. This licensing model ensures role-based access, scalability, and cost efficiency with seamlessly connected internal systems, internal teams, external partners on a single Salesforce system. Next is our solution. Solution for SFA mobile app. As we discussed, SFA mobile app will be used by the field sales people and their managers. Whoever is involved in field sales will be using this SFA mobile app license. I'll explain the solution. First, we were tracking activities assigning as a task. Anyone who's having at least one reportee under them is considered a manager in this SFA mobile app, and they have to assign targets to their reportees. If they are manager, they'll just log into their SFA mobile app, create a monthly beat plan, set target to all their reportees at the start of every month. And target will be set for assigned activities. They, according to their business processes, they call VLM organized group meeting. They have a set of 6 activities that for that they'll be managers will be setting target to their reportees, and few other activities can happen without assigning the target also. And the TM, whoever is doing the field sales, no, they'll be logging into their app and will be viewing the monthly target. Like as a field sales person, I'll be logging into app. I'll know for this month these many activities I have to do, and I'll start working accordingly. Will be planning my month accordingly. Earlier it was not there. They'll be like everything is fragmented. They have to just few people will be planning their task. Few will not be that good, but because of this system, everyone is compelled to stick into the system. Everyone have to plan their month and act accordingly, complete their targets. And also we have an escalation alert, like escalation alert will be triggered if monthly targets are not assigned to any field sales person by the second or third date of each month. so that the system management is sure that all the tasks are uh, assigned. And another notice, activities logged by TMS FDOs will count towards target achievement. Uh, Activities logged by users above TM level will be recorded but excluded from target tracking. Next feature is attendance tracking. At the start of every day, any field sales people should log into their mobile SFA mobile app and click the start the day button to mark their attendance. As soon as they click this button, attendance will be tracked, and until they log off, their location will be tracked, punched in every 5 minutes. It will be punched in the system. So management and the managers will know wherever this field sales people are traveling. So this helps widely in tracking the productivity of day, and also to track how many kilometers everyone is covering, so that reimbursements expense management is becoming a reliable, trackable one. And also mark distance covered. At the end of the day, I'll be logging out. I'll be clicking the log out button, and when I do that, uh, my being a field sales person, my distance covered by me for the day will be tracked in the back of the system. Next features are my database. As a field sales, considered I am the field sales person, my database is basically my farmers. What and all, who and all I'm meeting to promote my brand. So I'll be tracking each farmers into my system in my SFA mobile app only. So it is handy basically anywhere as a salesperson I go. If I meet a farmer, I'll be tracking their phone number, their where their agricultural land is located, how many acres they have, and how many what are the crops they are primarily farming, secondary crop, like that I'm tracking everything. And with the search of their phone number, I can also retrieve their details from the database and talk to them accordingly if I go and meet them for the second time. If not found, I'll create the farmers links into the system. Next is my channel partners. The first one is my farmers. Next one is my channel partners. Whoever distributor channels I am linked to in that particular territory, I can view all the channel partners list in my SFA mobile app. I can select a partner to view their 360 degree view, tap check in, and when I check in, my lat long will be saved at what time I'm visiting that channel partner will all get tracked. And there also I can do some activity like they call it a retailer distributor visit, and I'll be adding comments like whatever we have discussed. Okay, this product is in a shortage, we have to place order for this by next month, and this is the current season, these products will be, these fertilizers will be in need, like that we'll be discussing. And that particular fields will all be there in the app. Once I fill all the information, I can check out from that location. By this as a sales partner, wherever as a salesperson, wherever I go, I'm making a note of it as an activity in the SFA mobile app, which will be monitored by my manager. My activities, this is list of all the activities I do as a salesperson. Tap my activities on the home page and select activity type. These are all the type of activities I do with retailers, with farmers. There are different activity types involved, and each activity type will have different fields that needs to be filled. I'll be filling appropriate fields data, and then submitting it. Whenever I submit, my lat long will be tracked, so they know I actually done that. And at the end of every activity, if I'm meeting them, I'll be taking a photo of the group. Like here you can see mega farmer meeting and all will happen with hundreds of farmers and uh, channel partners. We'll be taking photo of that and uploading it across the activity record, so that it will all get tracked in the system. Next is for phase 2, what and all solution we had for the SFA mobile app are channel partner onboarding. Okay, if I meet a new channel partner in my territory, I'll be uploading, I'll be getting their details Currently they are having forms. They'll be filling forms, attach all the license details, all the whatever documents they need for onboarding a customer, they'll have it and courier it, and their SAP team will be onboarding, filling the details and onboarding. But after implementing Salesforce, the idea is they'll be uploading all these details from SFA mobile app. With that, uh, in a fraction of second, it will go to SAP team. Instead of couriering it from all over India, that kind of delay is reduced because of this solution. And a sale order placement, as we discussed, instead of making a phone call or in WhatsApp, they'll be mentioning for which channel partner, what and all products, what quantity, instead of sending that over SMS or WhatsApp. After this app, as a salesperson, I'll open my app and click which channel partner and choose which products, which quantity, and I'll submit it. Once I submit it, automatically it will go to SAP team. They'll be creating a sale order and sale order in SAP, and invoice generation, delivery, everything will happen, and the status, like order fulfillment details, I can see from SFA mobile app. So I'll have a complete, as a salesperson, they'll have complete vision of what and all is happening to the sale order they placed. That is possible with sale order placements. And also we are also doing credit limit check, pesticide fertilizer license check, whether that channel partner has this license active or not. If it is not active, it will go for the manager's approval. Once they approve, then the sale order will be placed. Like that, validations are automatically checked and approvals will be triggered automatically. This approval will go to the managers who have Salesforce platform license. And once they approve, the sale order will proceed to be placed in SAP, and it follows. Next is expense management. As a field salesperson, yes, of course, lot of expenses will get involved. Instead of going to fill a form and send a email of the expense submissions, I can just, whenever the expense is happening, I can open my SFA mobile app for the company, and I'll click add expense. I can write just like this is for example, for the stay, stayed here, and from this day to this date, this is the cost, attaching the bill, submit it. By doing this, the expense are all getting tracked into the system. And next is liquidation management. Liquidation is tracking the secondary sales. Uh, Channel partners are primary sales. They are selling the product to channel partners. But what about the secondary sales? How the liquidation is happening? Whether the farmers are actually buying the product or not, that will be watched, and they'll be tracking that liquidation, like in this particular month, what one all products were sold in which quantity, like that they'll be uploading the liquidation to the SFA mobile app. That is also a solution proposed. And this is all with SFA mobile app, which is used by field sales people. Next is DMS web portal. In DMS web portal, as a channel partner, I can open the portal and see the company logo and all their products with schemes. And I'll be seeing opportunities, what and all opportunities that is coming for a future season. So that I can sell that pesticide fertilizers accordingly. And I can also track what and all the sale order I have placed in past month, past year, and what and all are outstanding details, my performance, and dealer engagement, invoice delivery visibility, whether it is delivered or what is the order fulfillment data currently. I'll be knowing that from a DMS portal. And any promotional scheme that is especially exclusively available for me, I can view it in my DMS portal. As a channel partner, I have all these details. Uh, and distribution and fulfillment, order history details, and payment details, payment options. In the DMS itself, I can make payment, and account statement will also be provided there. So these are the features for DMS web portal for any channel partner of the company. So let's start with the most important question. What actually changed for the business? Phase 1 is delivered real on-ground impact, not just a system go live. Like field productivity went up significantly because attendance and movement were now GeoTrack, creating instant accountability. Sales team could no longer operate in silos. Everything becomes visible, measurable, and structured. Despite being a field heavy, low connectivity environment, the app enables seamless offline working with auto sync, which was a huge win for adoption. From a channel perspective, the business finally got clear visibility into distributors, dealers, partner activity, leading to stronger engagement and control over the system. Sales discipline improved dramatically through structured beat planning, targets, and automated escalations, and no more ad hoc follow ups. On the ground, farmers' demo and advisory programs were tracked digitally, improving both engagement and brand recall. Promotional spends were no longer guesswork. Centralized tracking enabled ROI visibility helps the business optimize the campaigns. Approvals that earlier took days moved faster with automated governance workflows without compromising the compliances. And finally, leadership moved from intuition based decisions to real time role based dashboards, enabling faster and smarter actions. In short, phase one led a strong digital foundation with measurable business outcomes. And next is challenges during implementation. Now, achieving this was not actually easy, and this is where the real story lies. One of the biggest challenges was conflicting requirement and delayed client responses, making BRB and Figma alignment uh, extremely complex. The solution itself was highly customized, spanning Salesforce, SFA mobile app, GCP integration, SAP touchpoints, and even App Store deployments, adding multiple layers of technical and operational complexity. There were scope clarity issues early on, especially around SAP configuration and GCP setup, which were initially assumed and later clarified, leading to timeline shift and additional approvals. Like client was in assumption that we'll be doing both SAP and GCP. Like whatever is needed for the app go live, that will be implemented by us. Is fine. Is their assumption that was. That took a lot of time to explain them, and we only configured Salesforce, and rest of the SAP will be by SAP vendors and GCP by GCP partners. And budget justification was another critical hurdle. The CFO had valid concerns about Salesforce versus local tools, which had to be addressed through scalability, compliance, and end-to-end visibility narratives, which is a high plus point for Salesforce when compared to any other CRM in the market. And UAT and training at scale was a challenge of its own, which zone-wise enablement across 5 zones of scattered all India users was a pain point. And geo-tracking also raised Salesforce storage and performance concerns, especially for 500 active users punching their lat long every, not punching, automatically tracking that lat long every 5 minutes was a crucial. That was heavily uh, consuming the Salesforce storage. And user management became non-trivial due to custom hierarchies limiting the client's admin capabilities, which eventually opened up AMC and support opportunities. Custom reporting and another ongoing effort. Thus, as fully customized solutions demand evolving dashboards. But despite all this, user adoption was 100% because attendance and daily execution was mandatorily driven through app. So that was one very good point about the solution, and that in itself is a validated design approach. And next is learnings. I mentioned the key learnings which we had. uh, these are the biggest takeaways from this transformation. The first learning was clear. Scope definition upfront is non-negotiable. At the beginning of the project itself, we'll be defining, okay, we'll be implementing Salesforce, and you will need a different SAP vendor, a different scope to configure the SAP to integrate to Salesforce. You need a different set of scope for GCP. Like that, we have to be very clear and upfront while starting the project itself, especially when the platforms like Salesforce, SAP, multiple platforms are involved, their assumptions can become more expensive. Second, change management is as important as the technology itself. Without structured communication, training, and leadership buy-in, even the best systems struggle. this should be driven from the leadership. Like they have to conduct a weekly catch up, weekly sales meeting based on the report of the Salesforce system, so that it will drive the people to adopt more to the system. Third, scale and storage planning must happen early, particularly for geo tracking and field data heavy use cases. We also learned that high customization comes at a cost, increasing operational complexity for admins, reporting, and long-term maintenance. And training model must align with user spread. Training models, especially for large and distributed field teams. Most importantly, business critical usage description uh, drives adoption. When the system becomes essential to daily work, adoption follows naturally. And finally, post go live support is not an afterthought. It creates long term value, stability, and strong AMC opportunities. These learning didn't just shape phase one, they became the blueprint for everything that followed. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka, for walking us through the implementation in such detail and for openly sharing both the challenges and the learnings from this project. It was a wonderful session. Sessions like these are exactly why we started the Salesforce Delivery Stories Consultant Knowledge Series, to make sure such real delivery experiences and practical learnings are shared beyond individual project teams, like I said in the beginning. For everyone here with us today, I hope this session gave you some useful perspectives that you can apply in your own projects. For those watching this later, we'll continue sharing more such real world, implementations in the coming weeks. If you have any questions or would like to discuss any part of this implementation further, please feel free to reach out to us internally or leave your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you all in the next session. Thank you.